Okay, good morning. It's still morning here where I am. I know that for some of you it's nighttime or was it 6 hours? So it's evening, some of you, or dinner time, whichever one. But I'm here just to touch bases with you guys. Just really, really just touching bases with you. Tell me what you noticed today as I talk to you. Um, because today's a good day. It's a good day. So tell me what you notice in this video. So guess what? So today we're here. It's May 22nd, and 95% of the students are out of the building. There are, I think I'm the only teacher left in the building because everyone else went. They went on a trip. I didn't want to go on the trip, so I stayed back with the kids who didn't want to go. I guess they didn't want to go because they all received permission slips to be filled out and returned so that the tickets could have been bought and buses re, um, reserved. And so you have those few kids who think that they're going to wait to the last minute, then have their parents call to say they're given permission or coming in at the last minute with permission slips. So I have 13 who are here with me. One student, he didn't wear his uniform, so that excluded him. Two students came in late, so I would have had 10, but instead I have 13. Wait a minute, I think I have 14. I think one came in like right before lunch. So I have 14, these kids. So we're just here chilling. We're playing some games, and they win. They get to win a drink, a frozen drink. So these are not Snapples. These are Welch's. These taste so good. The pineapple orange, it's beautiful. It tastes so refreshingly good. So these are Welch's. I think they are not juices, but they're more of a drink. They don't say if it's a drink or it's not a juice. I don't think it's a juice. It's gluten-free, pasteurized. It says shake well and refrigerate after opening. So they don't call it a juice. They don't call it. They don't call it a juice. No preservatives, they say. They add vitamin C. But I'm still just saying, whatever they call it, it's a very refreshing, frozen or very cold. So I did about 12 of these last night and brought them in. Not just this, but they have the fruit punch and they have something else. And so and I think they're grape. So I froze them and I brought them in. So we played some games, some math bingo. If they win, they get a drink. And so once we return, we're going to go out now. They're at lunch, and we'll go outside and let them get some time out there. Some of them were overbearing this morning. I mean, it's their fault they're not on the trip, but they were a little bit the same ones who would have made the trip hard anyway, were very, very, very rambunctious, not nice at all. But we made it through, and we're here. I am here. And I'm just saying hello, my people. Hello, hello to you all. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you're passing by, please hit the subscribe button. There's a lot on this channel. It's a one-stop shop, as I said, cooking, talking, encouraging, poetry, lots of poetry, singing, reading, you name it, it's here. T-shirts, doing T-shirts, stress balls, singing. Did I say singing already? But mostly motivational talk, guys, just to encourage and empower you, to encourage you, especially if you're on your weight loss journey. The channel started out just doing that, encouraging and empowering. to remember to just don't stress yourselves about how much pounds you're losing in a single setting, but that it is gradual and it is comfortable. You're not overwhelmed, you're not filled with cravings and frustration and stress, but you are just enjoying the journey. The most important thing I say is to get up and move. Get up and dance if you have to, but get up and move. Once you start, if you sing a lot or you whistle a lot, whatever you do to get that good vibes inside of you, then do it, and that will give you the oomph to get up and just move, to walk a little bit more, to dance a little bit more. Put on your mental revival songs and just dance to the rhythm. Put on whatever you want to put on. I did the Baron Lee and the Dragonaires soca mental beautiful song because they're old hits and they just let you just rock. Nothing outlandish gyrating yourselves and killing yourselves and doing. But even if you can gyrate, if you can move your hips and get into the beat, just move your body and let the blood flow. Let the blood just flows as much as it can. Drink your fluids, don't overdo. Just stay in a good way so that your cells get replenished and they keep moving. They're not clumping up and creating a problem. Take in your liquids, and so that your body can function well. All right? But you got to keep that mind. You got to keep focused. And you want to make sure that you are in a space where you can feel good. And even if you're not like feeling on top of the world, but at least you have a center. And you are allowing good vibes to fill your spirit. So you don't have to be laughing out loudly every time, and you don't have to be having a conversation every time. But good thoughts can flood your mind wherever you are. You don't need a companion to have good thoughts. Have your thoughts, enjoy your moments, and keep your body in a positive mode. It's the negatives that tears us down. It is the stress that tears us down. So you want to avoid those things, and when opportunities present themselves for anger and frustration, just smile. I find that even sometimes with my husband, I know that if when he speaks with a voice that sometimes it can be interesting, but I know that if I just hold his hand, if I have something to say to him, to just maybe correct him or make a point to him. Instead of arguing from a distance, I wait, I go close to him, I sit next to him, and I hold on to his hand. And I would say, dear, remember I did tell you that. Sometimes you need to listen. And I find that if I'm close to him like that, and I have my hand calmly on his, and I'm not yelling. I'm quietly saying to him, but I did tell you that it wasn't going to work. Sometimes you need to listen. And instead of getting frustrated, that's it. So learn the strategies, guys, that will allow you to have great peaceful moments instead of staying from a distance. Oh, I'm sick and tired of this. How much time am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you this before and you never listen and don't look for what happened. People are going to get offended. And they're going to spit right back at you in the same tone you sent out there. So sometimes in order for you to keep your center, you just have to get close and put your hand on somebody, and just whisper. Sometimes you need to listen. And so that instead of yelling, conversations, probably communications will open. And probably instead of saying, I'm so they might say, you're right, you did say that wasn't going to work and I should have listened. But I wish so and so and so. And you're frightened to see that there's no unnecessary anger or frustration. Because if I am next to him and I speak to him in a calm voice, it would be silly for him to yell. And so, because there's no yelling, we can continue to have a conversation. We find that sometimes because of the loudness of the voices, then people shut down. And people start, the anger and the thoughts stay there, they well up and they become bitter and ugly. So life happens. None of us are the same. When we got married to people, there were strangers that we got married to and who we have decided to spend years with. So everybody comes, we come together and we have our different issues. We have our different issues. But the thing about it is we can coexist because nobody needs to look down upon the other person. Once you're sharing space, if you don't like something, you can say it in a nice way, or you can make it a joke. I remember when my husband, I'd never hear him pass gas, ever. I don't know what he did or how he did it. And I used to take it for a joke, and I would say, "Aren't you human? I've never heard you pass gas." And till one day he got comfortable enough, and I heard a little one, pew, and I laughed. I laughed so hard, and he just started laughing. He just started laughing so loudly because, and it was just funny because, I found it so funny. I didn't. Some people, if you pass gas and oh, it's nasty, oh, they put down and guys find little things that can make you laugh out loudly. As I said, we come together as a team, as partners, and whatever is there that is not so nice or you would have done it differently or because of how you were raised, weren't exposed to certain things. But you can ask questions and you can teach and redirect if needs be, and you can suggest. But don't let it become that negative where you start telling people about your partner and what he does and how he does it or she does it. But you can make it a laugh out loud moment. And you can ask, "I've never seen that before, I never heard that before, never done that. Why would you do something like that?" And you make it so that you can live. I said, this is our 18th year. And is there perfection? Hell no, there's no perfection. But you'll find quiet and peacefulness in our space because if I get frustrated, he's not saying a word. When he gets, like, I would say something and he would say, like, you see me, because when he talks in Patois, and you see me do so-and-so, you ever see me, I'll just touch him and say, One more time, right? One more time, here I am. And I would touch him and I would say, no, you don't need to go up a decibel at all. And he just calmed down. So 90% of the time, so 95% of the time, like where we share a big space and we have stuff to keep us busy in every space, and sometimes we're just busy doing our thing. So we don't need to get on each other's nerves. And he's a welder, he's a tradesman, he's good with he has a green thumb, he has so much he can do. And I stand there, watch him, or stand there and just, if I need to hold something or whatnot. And that's it. So thank God for that. I have to give thanks for that kind of environment that we all share. Like my daughters, all of them, you go in their space, there's no loudness and chaos and frustration. It's peaceful and calm so far. Right? There are many more days to go, many more years to go. But so far I have to be thankful, I get on here and I talk to you guys, and my family is not social media families, and so it's hard to get them to participate in stuff. But they watch the videos, they comment, they talk to me about them, and they give me suggestions, and so I'm thankful It's my idea. One day my husband was like, "Why you're not YouTube?" But as I said, I respect what he does. He respects what I do. I'm a grown person, and we cannot allow people to deter us from what our hearts are set on, as long as it's not hurting anyone. A lot of times, you have spouses who are become an argument because they don't like this, they don't like that. You're not going to see none in my videos like see him, you know. But I catch a little glimpse sometimes with him doing a nice little project. And I would say to him, I wish you would just let me tape when you're juicing something, doing the carrot juice or doing stuff like that. I would have been so thankful.